Morning. I am a little tired today, but not too bad. Wrapping, well, I say wrap, I keep saying wrapping the presents. No wrapping involved. Bagging the presents. Um, Definitely took a little bit of a toll on my wrist yesterday. So I kind of woke up with it pre-sore. Normally in the morning it's not too bad, I imagine, because I've rested it for a good few hours. But it was already a little sore this morning when I woke up. And then I did have a little wobble as well, getting dressed and making the bed and just sorting my hair out and stuff. Like that, I knocked it and it really hurt. So I did have a little teeny tiny emotional wobble, but we're good. I'm over it. I've done one lesson already this morning. I have a few more this evening, but then that is it for Christmas. So that's it. 3 lessons now stand between me and Christmas. And I'm very, very excited for that. I'm really looking forward to a couple of weeks off because I don't tend to take time off from lessons. Being self-employed, obviously, when you cancel, you just don't get paid. So I don't often take time and like cancel lessons. So I'm really, really excited at the idea of 2 weeks off. Especially considering I am going to go and visit my parents tomorrow, so that I can say happy birthday to my dad for yesterday and things like that. So I'm very, very excited about this being essentially my last day of work before Christmas. I have a couple of things I need to get done today, but not too much. And it's once again miserable, really rainy and grey. And I don't know what's going on. We must be at the tail end of a storm or something. I know that we've had a yellow rain warning, but it's just consistently miserable at the moment, which will be a little difficult because I do have to go outside today. So I'm going to have to see if I can, maybe my raincoat will zip all the way around it. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out for my wrist, but I'm going to, this doesn't sound particularly festive, but I'm going to go to Iceland, which, by the way, for anybody not in the UK, is a frozen food shop. I'm not just kind of hopping over to Iceland. And, granted, that doesn't sound very exciting, but it's one of the things I always do around December, is I go to Iceland and I stock up on festive freezer food bits and snacky bits and little treats and things that we can just pick at over the Christmas period. So while it doesn't sound exciting, for me, it's part of the ritual. Granted, it's not, thrilling stuff, but I'm looking forward to it because it's just part of it. And we get all the nice Christmassy foods and treats and things like that. So yes, that is the plan for today. I'm very tempted also to have a little bit of a nap. Like I said, I've started out tired. I had my little pain wobble. I'm thinking a nap might help me reset before my lessons this evening. I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry, the washing machine's just done and it plays the most ridiculously long tune when it finishes. Yeah, a nap might be on the cards, just to give me that little extra boost to get through this evening's lessons. And you know what? Maybe I'll treat myself to a Costa as well, because there's a Costa right outside the Iceland. That could be nice. Maybe I'll do that. Yes, I think that's the plan. And I don't know whether we have anything planned this evening, but we might continue watching Fallout. I think we've got 3 episodes, 3 or 4. I can't remember, before we finish season 1, and obviously season 2's out. So I'm trying desperately to avoid spoilers. So we might watch some more of that this evening as well to make sure that we're not at risk of spoilers. But I'm going to do my Advents, and of course it is an even numbered day. It is the 18th, so that means I get my Loom Advent. Ow! I barely even touched it then. I think it's just hypersensitive now. I am also realizing as well, I did encounter some other minor injuries as part of the fall that I think my brain just ignored. I think it basically prioritized the wrist. I think I twisted my ankle slightly as well, but in the grand scheme of things, my brain was like, we're not even going to think about that. But I do think that like my ankle went a bit funny, but it's nothing compared to my wrist. So the 18th. Ooh, is this getting grey now? We're so pale on this green. It's barely even green anymore. It's so pale, so just delicate and pale. I think there are hints of grey in there. Obviously, the white's there as well. But there are some ever so slight grey aspects to it. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days left. I'm trying to think where she's going to go with it because she's being so gradual with these fades that I think there's probably only one more colour in it, because otherwise it would be too quick a change. So there's probably only one more fade, like one more transition left in this advent, and I'm trying to figure out where she's going with it, and I don't know. It's very intriguing. She might be going to grey, but then I'm trying to remember the story and trying to see if I can match it up with the colours, because obviously I could get the kind of pinkish orange. For me, it reminded me of her hair, because she has red hair. Not that she's particularly fond of people pointing that out, but and then obviously you've got the green of Green Gables. You know, she's living there, she's enjoying the plants and the greenery and the house, and she's becoming more integrated in the community. So I'm wondering if the next colour is going to be linked in with what's going on. Oh, I don't know. But this is why I like it so much. Intriguing. So there we go. That is my Anne of Green Gables one. And then we have day 9 of my Loom Advent. Are you going to focus? Why is my phone not focusing anymore? Okay, this one is Lamplight. This has got to be something warm, right? Maybe like yellow? Maybe like a very warm yellow. Ooh, no, but this is gorgeous. Oh, I like that. I really like that colour. It's a warm but light brown. I actually really, really like that colour. I don't even know what it is about it, but I love that. There are some tonal aspects to it, so you can see, like down here, there are some darker parts, and there's the odd lighter bit just running through. I really, really like that colour. That's definitely making it into the blanket. Okay. I love that colour. Like I said, it's brown. I don't like. There's something about it. I really, really like that. Oh, it's so lovely. So yes, we're gonna have to head off. So yes, I think the plan is maybe cheeky little Costa, Iceland, come back, maybe have a quick nap, little one, and then crack on with the evening's lessons, and then I'll be done for Christmas. I'm so excited. All right, I'll check back in later. I'm finished. I'm done for Christmas. Oh, I'm so excited. I am starting to feel a little festive now. I think because I put away my work stuff, which, to be honest, my work stuff kind of stays out on the desk most of the time. Because I do my private tutoring, I have one of those like pads that you plug into the PC, and then you've got like a pen and you can write on it. That pretty much stays out. I put it away at weekends if I have like a day or two without lessons, but most of the time that's just there on my desk because I use it so much all day, every day, that there's not really all that much point in putting it away. But I put it away knowing full well that I will not get it back out until January. And that kind of had a little bit of a festive feeling to it. So I'm ecstatic now to have more than 2 weeks off. Oh, it's feeling like Christmas. Despite that, my arm is very sore today. I think the combination of doing the wrapping yesterday and then knocking it this morning it's really done a number on it. So I've pretty much been wearing this all day. I've not been wearing it permanently. What I have been doing is I've been wearing it when it's sore. I've been wearing it during lessons just to remind me not to start reaching for stuff, because I forget, and I just, out of habit, I'll just start reaching for things with my left hand. So it's very good as a way to stop me doing that, especially while I'm distracted, while I'm talking. It's so easy to just do something absentmindedly, so that it's a reminder to not do that. Because the number of times I've gone to start typing and been like, oh, don't use left hand. So yeah, most of the time it's serving as a reminder not to go and do things with it. But today it's definitely been no, I just need it to stay in one place and not be knocked. Nice. She's just farted. Like, great, I'm going to get that in 30 seconds. I don't know whether that came through on the microphone, but she's just sat there like... So yes, I am now feeling very, very Christmassy. I'm not sure what I want to do for the rest of the evening. I'm going to get myself a drink of some kind, whether it's hot and cozy or alcoholic and celebratory. Haven't yet made a decision on that front. I'm going to get myself some shortbread, because shortbread I feel is underrated as a biscuit. I love shortbread and it always makes me feel Christmassy. So I might get myself a little plate of shortbread. I do have presents to finish wrapping, but given how aggravated my arm feels, I'm thinking not. I will make sure everything I need to take to my parents tomorrow is ready, because there's a couple of bits I need to take, because I'll be seeing my sister tomorrow and I won't see her again before Christmas, so I'll have to make sure her stuff's there. So yeah, there are a few bits I do need to make sure I have sorted for tomorrow, but I might leave the rest of it and maybe just chill. I know a couple of my friends are on Discord at the moment, so I might go online and chill with them for a little bit. But normally I'd sit and knit while I do, and I'm very much not up to knitting. So I think that still sounds like a nice evening though. A nice drink, some shortbread, and then just some minor present sorting. But it's so nice to know that I'm just done now. Like, I have nothing left until January. I don't think it's properly hit yet that I've got all this free time, because I'm not one of those people that has free time very often. I always manage to schedule in something or another, and I'm normally like, do this, then this, then this, and then I'm going there, and then I'm seeing such a body, and then I've got this to do, and like blah, blah, blah. So I don't think it's actually hit me yet that I just have time now. Like, I can just do things. Very excited about that. And I don't have to set an alarm tomorrow for anything. Oh, it's such a lovely feeling. So yes, I think that is the evening's plans. Obviously, I have my reading to do as well. We'll probably do some more Fallout watching, because like I said, I don't want to start getting spoilers accidentally. So we might watch a bit more Fallout, but that'll depend on what time we decide that we're done on Discord. We will see. But yes, I'm going to go and start winding down and kind of progressing into time off Christmas mode. I'm so excited about this. All right, fabulous. Have a fabulous night. I said fabulous twice then. Have a wonderful night. And I will check in the morning.
Since I had the time, I read another 2 chapters tonight. Miss Stacy and her pupils get up a concert, and Matthew insists on puffed sleeves. In October, Anne is finally able to return to school, and she adores her new teacher. Marilla seems skeptical of a lot of her methods, but Anne cannot speak highly enough of her. Miss Stacy decides to hold a concert on Christmas night to raise money for a schoolhouse flag. Anne, unsurprisingly, is incredibly excited and has some roles to play in the concert. As December begins, Matthew finds himself in the terrifying position of being in the same room as Anne and her friends. He notices a distinct difference between Anne and the other girls, and it takes him some time to put his finger on what it is, but he eventually realises that Anne is not dressed like the other girls. Marilla's fairly strict about keeping Anne suitably and modestly dressed, but it leaves her fairly plain and sensible, without much that would bring joy to any little girl, much less Anne. He decides to get her a nice dress for Christmas, but loses his nerve in the shop when he realises that the clerk is a woman. Eventually he asks Mrs. Rachel Lynde to make a dress, and while he doesn't know much about the styles, he is firm about one thing: Anne will be getting puffed sleeves. Mrs. Lynde agrees, and come Christmas Day, Anne is beside herself at being given such a beautiful dress. Diana's Aunt Josephine gives her some kid slippers as well, and Anne can hardly believe how lucky she is. She does brilliantly in the concert and is very happy with the day. Diana tells her that after Anne ran off the stage, one of the flowers in her hair fell out, and she saw Gilbert Blythe pick it up and put it in his breast pocket. Diana can't understand why Anne is so cold to Gilbert, but she's never forgiven him for pulling her hair and calling her Carrot. After the concert, Matthew and Marilla discuss how well she did, and the possibility of sending her to Queen's is mentioned, although maybe not for a year or so.